But I'm also looking toward, this is Ohio State's bye week. And if you got Ohio State on the menu, you know already what you were up against, and it ain't Will Howard. It's not really Travion Henderson or Quinshawn Judkins. It's not really Emeka Buka, Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis, Mylan Graham. It's not really Caleb Downs, Cody Simon, Denzel Burke, Jordan Hancock, Tyleek Williams, like CJ Hicks. Ridiculous with Lathan Ransom. I keep going here, man. The roster's stupid. But the dude that you are planning on, the dude that you absolutely positively got to wait on, the one man that we all need to be very, very clear about is Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith got game. JJ to his peoples. And I can say this because you've now seen it. If you've been watching the man play ball, you know you don't want it with him this fall. You don't want it when JJ got the ball. I already mentioned the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, okay? That's not the Red Ranger. That's not the Blue Ranger. That's not the Black Ranger. That's the White Ranger. That's Tommy showing up, dog. Like, that man is stupid. Because if you watch it, what he's able to do with his hands, and you watch how he's running away from everybody else, the one thing you're probably going to do is go, all right, let's not let the true freshman wide receiver beat us. And you know what Ryan Day said? Yeah, you're going to have to know where he is. But there's no question what you got to do about it. You got to try to take him away. Problem with that is that presents other problems for you. And I'm going, damn, he know what he got. You going to go double up JJ, and Emeka going to be running free. Carnell going to be running free. Brandon going to be running free. You going to be so focused on taking away JJ that you going to get mauled by Quinshawn Judkins and Travion Henderson, dog. Like, I'm so glad that they showed that dude early because now everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to we're going to spring him on the better teams in the Big Ten. No, don't do that. Show everybody what you got. It's the Barry Switzer mentality of playing football. Switzer would say, Nebraska show up, they're going to watch us practice. We don't give a damn. You know what we running. We know what you running, but you know what we running. We not afraid. Can you stop it? Can you stop us? I don't think you can. And I love that. I love that bravado because that's where it feels like Ohio State is right now. They have bravado. They're going, nah, we know what we got. We ain't got to hide nothing. It's like the reason that I love talking about football is because styles make fights, and we're getting to a place in football where if you are not genetically gifted to play the sport, you don't get to play the sport anymore. You just don't. Not at the level that you want to play it, right? People are bigger, people are faster, people are stronger. So what do we do in those instances where we still want to play ball, where we create offenses and defenses that allow for us to still compete, right? So I'm an air raid truther. And I'm an air raid truther because that is made for short, slow people or short, fast people. Short in general, right? If you're big and you're fast, you don't have to run air raid. Air raid is about getting the ball up out of your hands, right? It is stand in front of that dude that's trying to kill the quarterback for 1 second. Let that man do what he got to do, run around, get rid of that football. The reason you can run pro-style offenses or pro-style defenses like what Nick Saban used to do from 2009 to basically 2015 is because he had better dudes than you. There was nothing to hide. He did not have to hide a damn thing. They would sit back and cover 7, which is something he created, by the way, which is zone, and say, no, we can close on anything. We don't have to simulate pressure, but we will. We don't have to actually blitz, but we will. We can sit back in a 3-man front, an odd front, and we will absolutely take you apart because I got Dean Milner, a damn linebacker, playing corner because he got that kind of speed. That's how Ryan Day and Ohio State feel to me right now. They can run whatever the hell they want to run. It don't matter. They just got dudes because they got dudes like 4 out there who is going to absolutely eat on whatever cornerback that is. Because defenses are at a natural disadvantage. You don't know the snap count. You don't know the routes. I mean, football is an offensive sport, right? That it's built and geared toward the offense. That's why we all want to play offense. Wow, hell, I'm a quarterback. That's the thing. Who is going to be able to do something about that? Michigan was that last year, right? Now, stealing aside, the offense was still the offense and the defense was still the defense. So stealing aside, they're going to run the football. They're going to line up. They're going to pound it. Defensively, they're just going to keep everybody in front of them. That was all they were going to do. They weren't disguising a damn thing. They didn't need to. They didn't need to run shifts and motions. They didn't need to do what Brendan Marion is doing with the go-go offense, trying to create matchups and trying to manipulate you into the coverage that we want you to be in, so we got a shot here. No. They ain't got to do none of that. None of that. So I'm curious to see what they do with this bye week, how they come out of it. They're going to play Marshall. They're going to beat Marshall like a drum. And finally, we get into Big Ten play and we start talking about some things. Last thing I want to talk about before we close it out tonight. The Pac-12 expanding has led to a couple of discussions that I think are interesting, but I want to make one point. The expansion alone is not enough. It's not. You were the Conference of Champions because USC, UCLA, Washington, Oregon, Stanford, you were not just good at football in instances. You were good at everything. I mean, USC has more national championships than it does Heisman winners, and it's got more Heisman winners than Oklahoma has Heisman winners and national championships. For instance, USC's got 11 national championships, 8 Heisman winners. Oklahoma's got 7 and 7. You know, that is who you were. Adding Boise State, Fresno State, Colorado State, San Diego State to Oregon State and Washington State makes you Pac State, not the Pac-12. However, if they can get back to this thing, the AQ qualifier bid doesn't necessarily get guaranteed. So what happens is the champion of all the FBS conferences with at least 8 members are eligible for one of the 5 AQ bids. But no league, Power 4 included, is guaranteed an automatic qualifying bid. And automatic qualifying bids are designated by the 5 highest ranked champs. So what that means is the 5 highest champs and the 5 highest Power 4 champs and the highest Power 5. Let's do this again. Power 4 champs and the Group of 5 champ, highest ranked Group of 5 champ. They're getting in. Period. Whether or not the Pac-12 is a Power 4 or a Group of 5 does not matter. That's the point that I'm making. It doesn't matter. What matters is, do we think that the Pac-12 is a deep enough conference to have a champion that's going to be ranked inside the top 4? Not given what we know about the programs. Because Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, SC, Washington, Oregon, they're Big Ten. Clemson, Florida State for time being, ACC. Miami, ACC. You know, think about the Big 12. Think about the SEC. What you are looking at is branding. What you are looking at is who do we expect, based on what we see with our eyes and what we know from the past, to be one of the better teams in college football. And what we have demonstrated over and over again in this sport is we don't give a damn about how undefeated you are. We don't. I wish we did, but we don't. So what I'm telling you is if Washington State is running the table undefeated with the Pac-12 championship, but the schedule doesn't run through Ohio State, Texas, Oklahoma on the way to winning the Pac-12 championship, we don't care. We simply don't care. So it's going to be how do you schedule? Who's on the schedule? What do we think about who's on the schedule? And then what do we think about your conference? So again, to use Washington State as an example here, we're not going to be necessarily enthusiastic about you beating up on Boise State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Colorado State, Oregon State. We're just not. Nobody over here is going to care. So you're going to need to either add some programs to that conference that we care about, which is a really tough ask because everybody is contractually obligated to stay where they are for the time being. And you're going to have somebody that can rise above it all, the way that Central Florida was able to do in 2017 or Cincinnati was able to do in 2021. And even then, I don't think you're going to be a Power 4 automatic qualifier because and be one of those that gets a bye. You'll be lucky to get in, like the Sun Belt, like the Mountain West. That's who you are now. You are relegated to being a Group of 5 team. It's going to be the Group of 6 now. That's all that is. All right. We are going to jump back in here tomorrow night, take a look at what has happened and what hasn't happened in the world of college football. But I did want to try this out, see how it works on a Friday night with a big game on a Friday night ranked matchup. If you like the channel, please subscribe to the channel. 106,000 deep over here. It's pretty cool. And we do live shows Saturday nights, 11 Eastern. We do live shows Tuesdays, 7 Eastern. Sundays, 7 Eastern. It's a good time. Deuces.